Other interesting cultural news, you have Tractor Supply backtracking, and DEI and Pride parades. Will the boycott now I was going to say a little bit of a speaking faux pas there. Again, if you take the time to subscribe, I would greatly appreciate it. I have a theory. When I first started the show, could barely articulate, spoke really fast, yes, quicker than even now, stumble over my words a lot more. But as I've grown the show and I've gained more subscribers, I have slowly but surely increased my speaking acumen. Some might argue it's just a modicum of improvement. However, I think there's a kernel of truth with this theory. So if you click that button and help me become articulate in speaking, I would greatly appreciate it. Again, Tractor Supply backtracking on DEI and Pride parades. Now will the left try to boycott the company? Now, this is brought to us thanks to X Twitter, and specifically it's by Robbie Starbuck. And for those who have never heard of Tractor Supply, A+ for marketing in terms of the name, they supply things for farms. A little disappointing. I don't know if they sell full bore tractors. I know they sell gym mats, well, horse stall mats that people use for the home gyms. And they have darn near every accessory you need, from chicken coops to chicken feed to weed whackers and a lot of fun little quirky novelty things that you find at like an old-timey country store. Now, Robbie Starbuck says, quote, "Major victory. I've exposed the woke agenda, Tractor Supply corporate's office for 3 weeks. Now they responded. Here's their statement. 1, they will no longer sponsor pride parades. 2, eliminating all DEI roles and retiring their DEI goals. 3, they will no longer submit data to the Human Rights Campaign for a corporate equity index score. 4, they will withdraw from the carbon emissions goals. 5, they promise to continue to listen to consumers and team members. 6, refocus our team member engagement group on mentoring, network, and supporting the business." It says, continues saying, quote, "This is monumental change. Is all thanks to those who supported my work exposing this to the whistleblowers at Tractor Supply and my fellow farm owners who respectively spoke up. I'm working to get more information about these changes, but this is a fantastic moment for the fight to banish wokeness, DEI, and ESG from the workspace. This is one of many dominoes to fall to bring back our economy where the customer is king once and woke politics and are eliminated from the workplace. Looking forward to your reactions and comments," unquote. And this got 1.8 million views as well as 48,000 likes. And here's a statement actually from Tractor Supply. And yeah, Tractor Supply, I want to say F- for marketing. But again, of all the companies to give into DEI, ESG, and pride parades, which again, for some businesses, it might make sense, especially those that are, again, headquartered in like San Francisco or New York City. That might be a good way to actually gather and increase your market share of that part of the market. Tractor Supply, on average, people who need this are more likely rural, more likely conservative, more likely Republican, really not of that same ideology. Now, one of the first comments he actually responded, Robbie said, quote, "Sitting down to film a video about this victory only happens because X exists. Those of you who subscribe to me to help fund my team and research our stories, those stories are shared by all of you, which builds up the pressure. You are responsible for this massive win," getting 3.9 thousand likes. One of the first comments comes from Garthur Eagleman saying, quote, "You're the man, Robbie. That's how it's done," getting 2.3 thousand likes. Cat Turd said, "This is a major victory for sanity," getting 2.9 thousand likes. And Wokeness says, "Phenomenal work," getting 1.7 thousand likes. Yeah, Paul Zupa saying, "Wow, great job, Robbie Starbuck. This is a huge win, a sign that we can make change if we shine the light. Well done," getting 295 likes. Which, yeah, can't but wonder what this do to the stock. Well, let's jump to that screen really quick. Past 5 years, they've been doing great. Past 1 year, they're up 24.36%. Year to date, they're up 23.55%. But the issue is the short term, where again, it was leaked that they had all these initiatives and they support all these causes, went down by 5.8% the past month. Last week, went down 4.98%. Last Friday, went up by about 0.91%. So recovered a little bit. Market cap of $29 billion. People don't realize how big that company is. Now, you also have Clown World saying, "Well done," getting 356 likes. Adriana Curry said, "Dude, look at what you did. Bud Light could take some notes on how to fix yourself after this. People have far more power than they thought," getting 655 likes, which, yeah, I think Tractor Supply just kind of looked at the data and said, what's the highest percentage category of consumers who patron our store? I was going to say no spoiler, but yeah, obviously it'd be the people who are more likely to be conservative. So again, I'm not sure who's in charge of this idea at Tractor Supply. And again, maybe they're trying to appeal to a new market, very similar to Bud Light, but it kind of backfired because, again, conservatives immediately boycotted this company and, yeah, probably hurt their sales pretty bit. Yeah, Libs of TikTok simply having the hand clap emoji, getting 688 likes. Jeff Carlson says, quote, "This is one of the most forthright corporate letters I've read. Effectively, our customers were right. We were wrong. We'll fix it now. The proper way to respond to a major deviation away from the customer base. Well done." Getting 3.7 thousand likes, which, yeah, 110%. Again, especially in this case where they actually fixed relatively quickly, or they addressed the elephant in the room, or the naked guy with the pride flag in the room. Yeah, you want to make sure you address these things quicker rather than later. That's why one of the reasons Bud Light, I don't think their sales will recover for years, is because they did nothing for about a year. And then they started to just buy out brand endorsements from famous people like the UFC. You have Shane Gillis. So they just did nothing for almost a year at Bud Light, which is the biggest business blunder in the century. They spent $185,000 for Dylan Mulvaney, and they lost $1.4 billion in sales. So again, no, it'll be hard to see, you'd be hard pressed to mess up in your life worse than Bud Light, or Alyssa Heiderschau, who was the marketing VP, who was in charge of that whole initiative. But remember, no matter how bad you mess up in life, still not as bad as Alyssa Heiderschau. Yeah, Western Lensman saying, quote, "Wow, this is incredible. Robbie, amazing work, amazing results. That's what's called making a difference." Getting 1,000 likes, which, again, this is very rare for companies to actually backtrack, especially when it comes to companies who backtrack against left-leaning policies. More often than not, these companies, overwhelming them politically and culturally, they lean left, and usually they never deviate back to the center or a little bit right. In this case, I'm actually surprised they actually came out and did this action. It's one of the very, very few publicly traded companies who have done it. You have Libercat Media TM saying, "This is amazing and phenomenal work, Robbie. The only way to win the fight." It says, big picture just says DEI must die, getting 430 likes. Steve Long said, $2 billion in lost market value triggered the major shareholders and will result in more changes. The CEO is probably done, getting 186 likes. It'll be interesting to see if the CEO is actually ousted, because again, Bud Light lost billions in stock valuation, yet their CEO, former CIA operative Brendan Whitworth, still stayed at the realm of the company. Let's see. You have the tuba? What is it? Yeah, I think it's the tuba. The tuba meme of the kids at school, and it's the person holding the tuba, the pride flag, and the tuba is named Tractor Supply, and you have the person with the tuba's bell. Yeah, we call the end of it. I should know. I played trumpet for a while growing up. And there's customers who just want to buy tractor parts, getting 194 likes. I wonder if they have Porsche parts. They're kind of cool. I doubt it. I don't know where you get your vintage Porsche tractor parts, but that'd be kind of funny to go to the counter and ask. Be a good viral video. Someone should do that. Let's see if there's any contrarian statements. Because again, I'm sure this will really anger some people. Some people, especially San Francisco, they might boycott the company because of this. So that's another issue. By going back, again, a percentage of their sales, I'm sure they're in the minority. Over the long-term history, will that increase? That's really another question for another time, perhaps. But not seeing a lot of contrarian statements, and I'm scrolling pretty good. A lot of people just giving Robbie Starbuck accolades. A lot of people saying they agree with the company, going back to the roots. So again, I think it's going to be great for the company, especially because, again, your core audience did not agree with what you're doing. So, and then for them to actually acknowledge it, that's another very rare thing you see in corporate America. So let me know, are you surprised that Tractor Supply is going back, or as some might say in terms of the metaphors, having the pendulum swing back to the other side? Let me know in the comments, because as always, I'd be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in. Again, trying to get 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you could click that button, I would greatly appreciate it. Also, leaving a thumbs up, thumbs down, or a comment is a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take the time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.